It's NBC 26 at 10. The Winter Olympics coming to a close. We'll have a recap from Pyeongchang. And a curling club in Northeast Wisconsin reacts to the historic gold medal win. Plus, we say goodbye to another season of sturgeon spearing. We have a look at the numbers from this year. And the Winter Olympics are officially in the books. Our Chris Barrer is live in studio with some of the sights and sounds from this year's games. Chris. And news tonight, 9 people are without a home after a fire destroys a duplex in Appleton. It happened just after 2 o'clock this morning on the 1100 block of East Roland Avenue. Firefighters say half the building was fully engulfed when they got there. Fortunately, everybody inside was able to make it out, but 2 people were taken to the hospital for burns and smoke inhalation. The fire is still under investigation. We are learning more tonight about the pilot killed in a plane crash that claimed 3 lives just outside of Indianapolis on Thursday night. That plane was supposed to land here in Green Bay. The pilot, Nathan Sari, was originally from Marquette, Michigan. His family says he was living in Bellevue for the last 2 months. New tonight, history in the making in Washington as hundreds of thousands of people gathered at the shadow of the Capitol demanding changes to gun laws in America. Well, a little cooler out there today, but those gusty winds really didn't help. Gino Recchi has a look at your first forecast. Gino, it's an age-old tradition that's still catching the eyes of many people right here in Northeast Wisconsin. Now, this morning, people celebrated spring as part of Public Maple Syrup Day at the Barkhouse and Waterfowl Preserve in Swamico. By exploring the process of making maple syrup, while it's a way for families to come together and have fun, organizers say it's a great learning experience as well.
We might go to our grocery store and buy syrup, whether it's maple syrup or corn syrup, and put it on our pancakes, and that's great. But teaching the community that we can still gather food straight from our trees, really add nothing to it just by cooking it down. We're making a product that came straight from our trees, and it's a healthy alternative.
And the program has been going on for 20+ years. President Trump was up and tweeting about the Amazon and the Postal Service this morning. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell reports. We begin, though, with state news. Republicans from across Wisconsin gathered this weekend for their annual convention with the task of endorsing a candidate to run against incumbent Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin. NBC 26's Max Grossfeld brings you tonight's story from Milwaukee. And we're going to switch gears now. A knife attack in Paris leaves 1 dead and several injured. French authorities say based on the attack, counterterrorism officials are leading the investigation on potential charges of murder and attempted murder. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility. The suspect was killed by police.
A policeman came and he had a bulletproof vest. He told me that it was the police that shot the fire and that the man was arrested. He couldn't harm us anymore.
Authorities have not found a motive behind the attack yet. And preparations are underway for the new U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, which is set to open on Monday. The new embassy will open with an initial staff of at least 50. The embassy is moving from Tel Aviv after President Trump officially recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Around 800 guests are expected to attend the opening. Switching over to local news now, more than 50 people in Manitowoc are back home today after a gas leak at Riverwoods Place that happened just before midnight. WPS says that gas leak was from an outside gas main on the building. No injuries were reported. Staying in Manitowoc now, officials say 1 person has been treated and released after a fire at a duplex on the 1100 block of Marshall Street. It happened just before 8 in the morning today. Fire officials say they kept it to 1 room. The cause still unknown.